These images were captured by the helmet camera of a Western soldier. Western mercenaries were cornered in the Kursk region.
Yep.
3-300s from the infield. Over. Can't really send anything. Get blown up again. So how we
Oh. We need to move.
Okay, we move.
Move!
Down this way. Move.
Come here!
Divide.
It's probably Russian Malik. FPV! FPV! We need to move! Yeah. Incoming!
Western soldiers were repeatedly attacked by drones in the wooded area of a village and kept running around in panic, not knowing what to do. Russian drones follow them wherever they go.
Shoot!
Despite running a very short distance, they are out of breath and are already resting.
When you go through there, I'm not play them, okay? Sierra. 1-0 Alpha. 1-0 Alpha. Over.
Go, ребят. Тихо.
Oh!
Don't forget to leave your opinion about the video in the comments, subscribe and like.
They don't seem to have much idea what to do.
We need to move.
Yeah! This way, where?
Look up, can't go anywhere.
We have exfil coming!
Nothing's coming for us. They need to go back that way. We've got to go. Go get. Yeah, you guys go back. We've got to go this way.
Position.
Us two. We go position. You side. Go.
Good.
Okay, good.
It's open field, huh?
Huh?
It's open field. If we take FPV,
Yeah, there's FPVs, but you gotta get FPVs that way as well.
yeah.
Раньше. Пики нас мои будут.
Yeah.
Раз, три,
Alpha,
вперед.
this is Bravo 1-0 Alpha.
Свин, нема. Yeah.
Yeah, your location. Friendlies are heading back to RV point. This is 300, Grover.
Shoot! Incoming! Okay, we need to move. Moving! All right. Incoming!
The Ministry of Defense reported that attack aircraft of the Western Group captured and cleared positions of the armed forces of Ukraine in Donetsk.
Давай к ним, туда!
Выходи! К нам!
Второй выходит!
Пошел!
Бегом!
Лёг, вот сюда, Лёг!
Нету больше никого!
Второй!
Второй, бегом! Все, выходи
Вылазь!
туда! К спецназу выходи!
Сюда ложись!
Russian reconnaissance drone operators spotted the soldier fleeing attacks and hiding in a hut. The attack drones then mobilized and flew to the hut. When the attack drone arrived at the hut, this is what happened. Russian reconnaissance drone operators spotted a position where the Ukrainian armed forces were hiding.
За машинку встань и спереди приблизь меня. Спереди машинки.
Kamikaze robots skillfully penetrate the soldiers' hiding places, and in a few minutes, a powerful explosion of an anti-tank mine. Such a car can be loaded with 6 to 10 shells and is controlled both by fiber optics and radio control.
Работаем. Подрыв. Подрыв.
In the meantime, you can use YouTube Super Thank You to support us and our content. We need it to continue with our videos. Far Eastern soldiers of the 29th Motorized Rifle Regiment, of the 430th Motorized Rifle Regiment of the 29th Guards All-Vostok Army throw TM-62 anti-tank backpacks at the bunker of the armed forces of Ukraine. Shakhtarsk direction. Road in the liberated Burlatskoye area, northwest of Velika Novosilka. Various destroyed Ukrainian armed forces equipment is visible. The Ukrainian armed forces tried to retake Burlatskoye at one point, but to no avail. Kharkiv direction. The Russian FPV crew struck the control center of the Ukrainian armed forces Vampire UAVs. Destroyed the mast and all equipment with communications in the direction of the repeater and the cellar. Write your thoughts about the drones in the comments. Russian drone operators are constantly flying in the direction of Konstantinovsky, like an eye in the sky. Here, on a dry dirt road, an ATV of the Ukrainian armed forces was hit, and its crew abandoned the bike and fled. An attack drone slowly approached it and destroyed the ATV. The passengers of the ATV must have temporarily hidden somewhere. But this is very open terrain, and there are not many hiding places. An FPV drone of the 42nd Motorized Infantry Division of the Dnipro troops destroyed a bunker of the armed forces of Ukraine in the Zaporizhzhia region. The Russian armed forces struck the UAV production workshop and warehouse of the Air Force Command in Bohodukhiv, Kharkiv region, with Garan 2 type UAVs. Zaporizhzhia direction. Russian drone operators are clearing mines in the area to ensure the safe movement of Russian troops and equipment. Drones capable of dropping ammunition are clearing mines. This process is fast and reliable, because a human is not needed. UAVs alone can do the job quickly. Reconnaissance drone operators detected the artillery firing position of the Ukrainian armed forces. The coordinates were then precisely recorded and transmitted to the tank unit. Responding to Ukrainian artillery fire, the tank unit destroyed the artillery position. Sumy region Russian operators demolished the signal repeater for Ukrainian drones. They systematically took over the skies, allowing the men on the ground to move forward more safely. Artillery of the 305th Brigade of the 5th Guards Army of the Vostok Group destroyed the Ukrainian Armed Forces UAV checkpoint in Novosilka. UAV operators of the 1198th Motorized Infantry Regiment of the 35th Combined Arms Army of the Vostok Group. Motorized Infantry Regiment of the 35th Combined Arms Army of the Vostok Group destroyed an armed forces of Ukraine bunker. Operators of Rubicon FPV drones of the Russian Armed Forces control the intersection at Goncharovka in the Kursk region and successively destroy the T-72AV tank and the M60 AVLB bridgehead of the Ukrainian Armed Forces with VT-40 night FPV drones, thus preventing the night transfer of the mechanized reserves of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and successfully implementing the concept of isolating the battlefield, creating conditions for the imminent collapse of the bridgehead of the Ukrainian Armed Forces in the Kursk region. In the Kursk region, Russian FPV drone operators never stop. Russian drones are constantly flying in the sky, hitting targets in the air and destroying targets on the ground. Tanks, armored personnel carriers, minibuses, trucks, and all the equipment you can think of are destroyed. Tanks and armored vehicles of the Ukrainian Armed Forces abandoned in Kursk are shot down. I think it is almost impossible to hide or escape from FPV drones. What do you think?
According to this video published by the Russian Defense Ministry, the BM-21 Grad M LRS crew of the Russian Central Forces Group destroyed a stronghold and a field ammunition depot of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. The video belongs to the Russian Defense Ministry. Near the village of Grakovka, Russian reconnaissance drone operators detected two armored vehicles, FV-105 Sultan Armored Personnel Carrier and M113 Armored Personnel Carrier. At first, two FPV drones attacked the FV-105 Sultan Armored Personnel Carrier, and the armored vehicle was destroyed by fire. Then two FPV drones attacked the M113 Armored Personnel Carrier, and the vehicle was destroyed by fire. The crews of the armored vehicles are not visible in the video. Probably the vehicles were abandoned. In the Kursk region, Novgorod Prince Vandal is directly targeting NATO-made equipment. In the Sudza direction, FPV drone attacks on Ukrainian soldiers continue. In my opinion, the Russia-Ukraine war has shown us this. Drones are the most dangerous weapons of modern warfare because they are very cheap, very fast, and have a devastating effect if they can hit the target's vulnerable point. Both countries recognize the power of this technology and are working hard to develop it. Besides, how to protect against drones? How do we protect armored vehicles and tanks from drones? They are looking for answers to these questions and are trying to redesign vehicles accordingly. I'm interested in your opinion. How to protect against a drone targeting an armored vehicle and infantry? The BM-21 Grad MLRS crew struck the area on the right bank of the Dnieper River in Kherson, where equipment and UAV control points were concentrated. At the same time, there was a large amount of military equipment, ammunition, supplies, and vehicles. An interesting aspect of the BM-21 Grad is that the rockets can reach a certain distance before exploding, effectively creating a false target. In other words, these rockets can mislead enemy forces by emitting intense sound and light around them before they explode. This feature makes it difficult for the enemy to predict exactly where the rocket will explode and is also effective in terms of psychological warfare. The BM-21's rapid-fire capability allows it to launch a large number of rockets in a short period of time, giving it the advantage of overwhelming the enemy by intensively bombarding a large area. Novgorod Prince Vandal fiber optic drone operators work near Novonikolayevka. The drone flies directly over personnel who become easy targets in open terrain. Crews of the 152mm 2S-19 MSTS self-propelled gun of the Air Force Artillery Unit destroyed an AFU stronghold in the border area of the Kursk region. The 2S-19 MSTS is a self-propelled artillery system produced and operated by Russia. It is a mobile platform capable of firing artillery and is designed for both ground targets and long-range firing. The 2S-19 MSTAS is one of Russia's most advanced self-propelled artillery systems and was developed during the late Soviet Union. The 2S-19 MSTAS is capable of rapid fire and massive damage to targets. It is often used to break through enemy defense lines, destroy military bases, or provide long-range support to enemy troops. It typically operates with a crew of 4: commander, gunner, loader, and driver. The Panzer S-1 air defense missile and cannon system shot down a Ukrainian drone in the sky over the border area of the Kursk region. This was reported by the Russian Defense Ministry. Panzer S-1 is a short and medium-range air defense system developed by Russia. It uses both surface-to-air missiles, SAM, and it carries 30mm automatic cannons. It hits low-altitude targets, drones, cruise missiles, helicopters, low-flying aircraft, protects important infrastructure and military convoys. Range up to 20 kilometers.